everyone, this is Miss Tang. Today we're looking at informative writing. So we are learning to write an introduction, and the reason why we are doing this is because we need to introduce the topic to our readers and to also inform them of what we will be talking about. So let's have a look at our success criteria so we know what to do to be successful. So we need to include a title, we need to include the scientific name of our animal, we need to include the classification. So are they reptile, a marsupial, a mammal, etc. We'll also include a description of that classification, and it will probably be around 2 to 3 sentences on average. Now we're going to pick a topic of what we're going to write about, and I've already picked mine. I know that I'll be writing about whale sharks because I got to swim with them in the holidays, and I've also gathered my information. So I've looked for some information on whale sharks, and I've picked what sources I will be looking at. So I've got 2 websites there and a third one as well, and if you'd like to have a look at how I did that, there is a video. And then I've also used a planning sheet to jot down the facts from those 3 websites. So this is what my planning template looks like. Yours might be a little bit different. This is what it ended up looking like. So I pulled out all the information from the website and popped it into my template. If you want to have a look at how I planned it, then there is a video there as well. Okay, so now it is time for the drafting phase. So this is where I've put the success criteria on the left-hand side, so I know what I need to do. And then I've also put a copy of my planning or my notes on the right-hand side, so I can refer back to it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is include a title. So our title is going to be our animal, so whale sharks. I'm going to bold it and underline it too. Alright, so the next thing we need to include is the scientific name. So I'm actually going to highlight that in red because I've got the scientific name there. I've got the classification here. So I'm just double checking that I've got all my information here ready to go. So let's have a look. Cold-blooded vertebrate, that's still a part of classification. So I've got that. Largest fish in the sea. So fish is still a part of classification. So I'm going to highlight that in orange. Largest living shark. So this is some more information. So that would be the description of our classification. So largest living shark. They filter feed, and then there's a description of what family they are part of. So I'm going to color that in yellow because that's a description. Okay, great. So I know I've got all my information here, and now I am ready to write. So let's see, what am I going to start off with? So I'm going to say whale sharks, and then I'm going to put the scientific name in brackets, R, and then now I'm going to talk about what they're classified as. So I know that they're fish, so I might say whale sharks are fish. I actually quite like how I've got that fact here, largest fish in the sea. So I might use that. So I'm going to say, okay, I've just reread. Make sure you reread your work. I said whale sharks. Whale sharks are the largest fish. I could say sea. I could say ocean. In the ocean. Stop. Okay, what else can I add in? So I've got largest fish in the sea or ocean. I've already got that in. Now I can include something with how they breathe with gills, how they're cold-blooded and vertebrates or cold-blooded animals. Let's do that. Let's say they are. So I'm going to start with they are, because if I keep saying whale sharks, whale sharks, whale sharks, then it'll get a bit repetitive. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change up my sentence starter. So they are cold-blooded animals, and then I'm going to add in how they breathe with gills. So they are cold-blooded animals that breathe through gills. So I've got my classification here, and now I might add in some more information and describe a little bit more about whale sharks. So I'll put in whale shark. So remember, any notes that you have, you can pick and choose what you want to include. So you might have noticed that I haven't put in that they're animals with a backbone, etc. You just pick the information that you think is going to be the most important, and then you add that in. Okay, so you don't have to put every single note or fact that you found into your informative writing. So you can pick and choose. Okay, I'm going to say whale sharks are sharks, not whales. And then I'm going to explain why. So I've got that here. So this is because they filter feed and have a spinal cord surrounded by cartilage like other sharks. So I'm expanding on what I'm trying to say here. And then, because I'm talking about sharks, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mention how they are the largest living shark. Although I noticed that I've got largest fish as well, so I won't use the same word. So I'll say they are the biggest living shark, and I'll put another fact in there. And the only member. Okay, so I'm just going to double check that I've got all my information for my introduction here. So I might actually color code. Okay, so do I have a scientific name? Yes, I'll highlight that in red. Did I include the classification? Yes, because I've got the largest fish. I've also talked about how they're cold-blooded animals and the part about breathing through gills. Have I included the description? So yeah, I've included why they are, or I've expanded on how they are fish, and also now I'm expanding on how they are sharks, or how they're classified as sharks and not whales. So I'm going to highlight that in yellow. And I've expanded that even further by talking about what makes them sharks. And I've also included some more information further by talking about how they are the biggest living shark and what family or what animal family they are from. There you go. Now I'm going to check the punctuation in my paragraph. So I've got capital letter in the beginning, and I don't need to capitalize sharks. So I'll just turn that into lowercase. Great. So there is our draft for our introduction. So let me show you some different levels, okay? So I'll show you what a good introduction looks like, what a great introduction looks like, and what an amazing one looks like. You ready? Okay, so this is what a good introduction looks like. So what a good one looks like, whale sharks. So you've got the title, whale sharks are fish. So you've got the classification, a really simple classification of the animal, and their scientific name is, and then you've got their scientific name. So this is what a good introduction looks like. This is what a great introduction looks like. So whale sharks are the largest fish in the ocean. They are cold-blooded animals that breathe through gills. So here you can see that you've added in some more description. You've got some more details about the classification in here as well. So this is what makes a great introduction. And then this is what an amazing one looks like. So this is the one that we wrote, and it's amazing because we've used a lot of description. We've given some more details, and we've expanded on what we were talking about. So there you go. And that's what a good, great, and amazing introduction looks like. All right, well, good luck with your own introduction of your animal, and I can't wait for you to see the next video, which will be on size and appearance. All right, see you then. Bye.